Stream started.
Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hi. Hello. Hello, hello. Hi. Welcome, welcome. Anybody in chat today? Hello. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so today we will be facing the Water Temple, one of the most infamous dungeons in the Zelda series, which is quite interesting because, funny enough, the Water Temple is what to call it, the type of dungeon I enjoy the most, right? I believe it was Mark Brown from the Game Maker's Toolkit that coined the name Puzzle Box to refer to this kind of Zelda dungeon. Yeah. I wonder why was this particular dungeon so hated. I wonder. I don't remember if I actually suffer through that dungeon or not. I believe that maybe with time I have like become softer to it. Like people say, sometimes you trick yourself into misremembering something that was not the way you thought it was, right? Which is something that I believe is quite important to take into account. Probably my memories are maybe tainted by nostalgia in some way or another. Yeah. So it might be either a good experience, given now how much experience I have as both a player and a game designer, or it might actually be the nightmare people remember it as. I'm not quite sure about which one we will see today, right? Yeah. Another thing is that because this time I will be doing analysis of the dungeon, I don't know how frustrated I will get, because in this particular instance I will be going with the goal of actually observing each and every part of the structure of the dungeon, right? So that might or might not also kinda shift my perception of it. Yeah. It's going to be an interesting stream for sure. Yeah. Aside from that, let's go into a little tangent right here. I was seeing Twitter yesterday night, and I was just literally randomly wandering through Twitter, and I saw this tweet about a particular person that was not really famous, but well known enough to pop in my feed, about this KFP member of Hololive Skara, right? It seems she, this give me member, decided to log out early from life. And apparently no one on the internet knew until it was too late that she was having problems. Basically, the internet found out because of basically a goodbye note she wrote herself as a scheduled tweet that went public. Yeah, and it seems it has affected Kiara quite badly. Yeah. Because apparently, in Kiara's own words, she was a core member of KFE. I suppose that means she was one of the followers she knows more cleanly, right? Someone who she was aware, even in the chaos and noise that a very active chat can be. She actually could tell her apart, right? And it seems that the news hit Kiara pretty hard. She even went to the lengths on actually basically creating this kind of let's just call it a hotline or something, where she will personally try to help core members of her fan base that are struggling like that. And I'm not sure I think that's a good idea, because she's basically, what to call it, putting the weight of her fans, the weight of the lives of her fans onto her own shoulders, right? The mental well-being of her fans onto herself. And I don't believe she's what to call it, neither trained nor mentally capable of such feat, right? Even though she specifically said it was only for her core members, basically her hardcore fans, it's still not something that is easy to juggle. I had friends who had been on the brink, and it's not easy to do something like that, because you are carrying another person on top of yourself, right? And as someone who basically was at the edge of the abyss and pulled myself back from it by my own strength, I know it's not something a person can carry by themselves easily, much less carry another person's worth of it at the same time, right? So I don't think that's a good idea, because she's basically blurring the line most content creators draw for the sake of both their audience and themselves. Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. Hi. Welcome. I was talking about that one tweet Takanashi Kiara did yesterday or the day before that. I don't know if you saw it. Yeah. Just a little summary. A known member of her community, of her fans, basically logged out early from life, and she was quite distraught by it and decided to basically carry the weight of at least her more loyal fans on her shoulders. Basically offered like a hotline to directly contact her in case they are on the brink themselves, right? And I don't think that's such a good idea, because you are basically carrying another person worth of problems on top of yourself, right? Which is not really healthy, neither for you or your fans, right? Yeah. Yes. So I'm, what to call it, mixed on the subject. Basically because I get it. If there was someone who could have saved that one fan, it was her, right? She could probably have saved that fan. But because she, as just as many streamers do, has like a certain distance she keeps from her audience, she could not do it, right? She didn't notice. Yeah. Until it was too late. Hello! Welcome, welcome. Hello, Ricardo. How are you doing today? Hello. Yeah. Just a little summary again. I was talking about the tweet Takanaishi Kiara from Hololive posted yesterday, where she basically offered herself to be like a hotline for people who are thinking to off themselves, that are part of her like core loyal fan base. Yeah. Basically, this happened because one of her fans, actually, a couple of days ago, logged out from live early, and she was very distraught about it. Yeah. I suppose it hit her very hard because it was a fan. She actually, what to call it, knew, like, right? It was one of those fans you actually notice even within the noise and chaos of chat, right? It's not her burden to bear, but I suppose, what to say, she had the power to save her, I suppose. If there was someone who could save that fan, it was her. Yeah. Yeah. It's not her duty, right? But I suppose it hit her very hard. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So it became kinda of a big thing yesterday within the circles of Kiara's fanbase. Yeah. I don't think it's a good idea what she's basically doing, opening this basically a hotline directly to her. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea, but I understand why she feels like she needs to. Yeah. Yes. Because as someone who has been on the brink and has had to pull other people, friends, from the brink, I know it's not an easy thing to do, right? Because you are not only carrying yourself, but another person's worth of troubles and worries, right? It's not something someone can easily do, especially not someone like her, that is, in my opinion, a little bit too kind, too caring. Yeah. Yes. So, while I can say I understand why she wants to do it, and I understand that she probably can save them if she tries, I don't think it's something she should do. Yeah. Yes. And if she wants to save her fans, there are other ways to do it, right? There are other ways to actually pull them back. She doesn't have to personally go up to each fan to rescue them. She can actually do it on a different way. But I suppose maybe she feels it was not good enough what she was doing before. Yeah, helping other people shouldn't be at the expense of oneself. Indeed. Yes. But we will see what happens. We will see. I don't think it's a good idea, but she might be able to pull it out. I don't know. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that was what I was checking yesterday. Also, at the start of the stream, I was commenting that the most infamous dungeon on Zelda is the Water Temple, the one that we are about to face. And I don't remember it being that bad, personally, but it might be the nostalgia talking, right? Yeah. You saw a clip of it? Of what? People getting mad at the Water Temple? Or something of the sort? Or you mean something else? Just a little section, but it was an option as fuck. Yeah. There are some impractical design decisions they made, but they do make certain amount of sense. In the original game, at least. So I'm wondering how will this particular dungeon stand up to the what to call it? How will it stand up to the rest of the dungeons? Especially because the Water Temple is the kind of dungeon I enjoy the most. Is what what is known as a puzzle box. My favorite kind of dungeon, right? So I don't know if the reason that I don't think it will be that bad is because I'm blinded by nostalgia, or if it's actually not as bad as I remember. Yeah, we will see. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Shall we move on to the game then? Let me actually first. I'm going to turn on the AC because the room is getting hot. Oh, wait, wrong button. Oops.
Stream started. Hi, hello.
Hello. Hi. I'll be right back. One moment. I'll be right back. Okay. So, let's see how well this do. One moment, I'm going to adjust the game capture. Just one moment. Okay. Let's silence the music. And let me grab my controller. Okay. Basically, regarding the team, my sister is in ballet. Is going the one going to Mexico. One of the class from when I was still at school is going to be joining the trip just because. Wow, really? Joining just because is quite a thing. Oh, one moment. I'll be right back. Someone is looking for me. Excuse me, I'll be right back. It just been one moment. One moment. Hi, hello. Sorry for the pause. So, just so you found out the nonsense I got myself in. Uh, ah, the people who were looking for me were from the government. Lovely. Yeah. Yes. Basically, I don't know if you're aware. In my country, soon there will be election this year, and apparently I have been selected to uh, what to call it, lead, be the boss or something, the president of one of the uh, voting stations. Basically, I'm the citizen representative, the highest, what to call it, with the highest authority. I don't know the name in English, but yeah, that. And I'm pretty sure it's not coincidence. I'm pretty sure it's probably because someone in my family is trying to pull something off. Ah. And they basically want me there. Probably either because they want me to overlook something or because they want me to trip someone else up, which is the more likely part. Someone is trying to cheat and I'm meant to be there to be a turn on their side. Yeah. So we will see. This is something I did not expect, but it's happening. Well, whatever. He's the kind of person who wants to be the center of everything. My sister thinks she's annoying as fuck. That's funny. I know that kind of people. Yes. Okay. So we are in the Water Temple. Let us continue. Okay. So we have a little dude over there. A hookshot spot over there. The little platform on that side. An entrance right there. There is nothing on the top. Okay. Okay, on this side we have just the sealed door and the hook shot. Yeah, there is water also. Indeed, there is a dragon with a hotshot symbol. Interesting. There is one hotshot symbol right there. You cannot really reach that with the hotshot, apparently. Which is interesting. The other thing that I notice is that what are these guys called? Tektites? No, not tektites. The spider water thingies are dropping arrows. Another thing that I'm noticing is that every side of this tower is basically identical, right? Well, for the most part, with little variation. For example, this side right here is pretty much indistinguishable with this side right here. Right? If I hit the left side of the screen right there, you will have not be able to tell this side from this side, right? That might be an issue because you might get confused on which side of the tower you are. That's a possibility. But remember the Scarecrow song? There we go. It didn't trigger. That's interesting. Even from here, even though I think the Scarecrow appears right there, it's not really triggering. Interesting. Okay, so we come into the dungeon through there. Our first spot seems to be just this area right there, because we cannot really dive currently. Well, we can dive, but we have no reason to dive right now. We have a single door available. Let's see what's over here. So in here, we have a little path and water to jump into. Here you need to switch boots. I think this is one of the errors in design. I understand why they put the boots on this screen in particular. They are basically putting the boots in the menu where the clothing is, basically, right? Which is not really smart, given that is basically functionally a dungeon item, right? Okay, we have a block. Apparently it's meant to be pushed that way, during the ground. We have a path right here. There is a hookshot thingy and something over there. It seems like that's the tower again. So this is telling us we need to push the block from the other side. Right? And we basically went down a level. So in theory, we could just pull this out and push it by going down one level. So that's sealed right there, and we can do nothing else right here. I can see. Now I need to remove the boots once more. Okay, we're here again. I can already see the spiky things coming up for some reason. Okay, given the movement we did, basically we need to get to that door right there to be able to push the block where we need it, right? So in theory, I should be able to just do that, right? I can just go in here, put on the boots, in theory, right? Go down a little bit. I see. There is an eye right there. That means I need to lower the water level to be able to do that. Huh. Let me remove the boots. The way this dungeon is designed doesn't click with you. It's not that hard. Well, maybe it's the nostalgia talking, but I don't believe it's that hard. So basically, that eye prevents us from pushing the block because the gel thingy right there is blocking us, right? So I believe you cannot use the hook shot to trigger the eye right there. Yeah, it seems like you cannot. By the way, the rumble is functioning now. The rumble feature is not working. Actually, let me keep that. So, that means we cannot really continue with that, right? So, this door right here is blocked. We have another one over here. Right there. We could explore. Then we have... Ah! We have this door that is sealed that looks like you need to light the torch to open this one. Interesting. Right? There is a door down there. There is no door on this level. Interesting, no? Strangely. That door right there we cannot reach, both because it has a key, it's locked, and because we need the floating platform to be at this level. And we're back to the one with the eye right there. Also, the spiders cannot go underwater, so we're basically safe from those guys up there. Okay, so given this what we have seen on this level, the only option is going to the next floor, right? Because there is really nothing we can do on the middle level. Now we're at the bottom, right? We have this block that needs to be pushed, but we cannot do it from this side. Over here we have... What is this? A door available, apparently. Over here we have a couple of enemies. They lose their spikes after hitting you, apparently, or the shield. It can be killed with the hook shot. We have another door right there available. That's 2 paths available. And a tier 1 right here. There is a door right here that we cannot reach. We need the platform that is all the way to the top. So we need to basically lower the water level to this level to access that one. So we have that one, this one right here, and that one right here, right? 3 different paths. Interesting. So if we go, let's say, through this one, the one with the little hole in front of it, what is in here? There seems to be a room up there, but there are spikes right there, so that's interesting. Okay, we go up. That door is locked with a key. We can get up here, but we cannot get up there. Okay, so this path is basically sealed. We cannot really do anything here. Now that I notice, have you noticed that there are hook shots targets all over the place? I started to think that they are maybe hoping we use the hook shot to navigate instead of switching the boots over and over, like doing this, to move around instead of equipping and unequipping the boots. Huh, interesting. But the dungeon seems to be designed to be basically done by equipping and unequipping the boats. That's interesting. Maybe it's for when the water is down? Maybe. We will have to see. Okay, so this area is basically not accessible. Right? So how about we check the one over here? We have this one right here. The one without the torches. Here we have something that looks destructible or looks a bit weird. But bombs or the hammer could work here. If I try to use them, I cannot use them. This is also for when the water is a lower level. So that's two paths that are basically closed. So the only path is through here, for the one with the torches. Interesting. Oh! Hello! Yeah. Hi. Your fiance. Wow. I like her earrings. Never forgot the vows we made with each other 7 years ago. You are a terrible man to have kept me waiting for these 7 long years. Wow. Now is not the time to talk about love. I'm sure you have already seen it, Sora's domain totally frozen. A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. So she was basically frozen. But my father and the other Soras have not yet. I want to save them all. I want to save the Sora's domain. You have to help me. It's a request from me, the one woman who is going to be your wife. Wow. You have to help me destroy the evil monster in the temple. Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water level. I will lead the way. Follow me quickly. I want someone to edit that with the light coming from above and make it look like she's getting kidnapped by aliens. Wait, before I go up, we have this room. It seems you need to light the torches, given the structure of the room. Before I need to check up. Okay, we have another level. And there is something on the top also. Okay. And we're going up. And here we have this wall right here. And the second level we have another bomba bug wall. We can see a chest beyond that. Interesting. So there is anywhere you began on in the past. What if Link chose that one just able to avoid marriage? That one where you beat Ganon in the past? You mean the ending where you basically frustrate the plans of Ganondorf before he actually acquires the Triforce? In that one, yeah, in theory, he wouldn't need to marry Ruto in that case. Yeah, I believe that would be correct. Okay, so we get to the top. In here. We have another room that locks. Okay, that's kinda scary. Not gonna lie. Oh. So this is a gauntlet room. Huh. Yeah, that would be a funny motivation. Indeed, it would be. Okay, so you're going to a gauntlet room, huh? And here we get... the map. Okay, you get the map basically on the first actual gauntlet room. It's a little bit hard to get to because you need to dive to the first floor and then dive back up to the top floor again to get the map, but it's basically the only room you can actually access after the main room in the dungeon. Now that's funny. She told us she was going to lead us to the switch to change the water level, but she's gone. You cannot really find her anymore. Huh. Remind you of something funny you saw in the game? There was the notification you got item and play every time you got on the one not that I think was just sick. Sick? You got sick. Oh, I get it. Okay. So that's interesting. There is a big one. Funny enough. Huh. Now this structure is kind of hard to read just from the map alone. I can tell that I'm in that room, and that room is the second level of this, and that's the bottom level, right? And when you went to the hospital, like when you gave sick. Treating sickness like an item? That's kind of funny. Yeah. This map is actually quite confusing, huh? If you don't know how to read this, it would be extremely confusing. Yeah. Yeah, even I'm having trouble actually reading this map. Wow. This map is actually harder to read than I thought it was. Wait, it's actually way harder than I remember. I can kinda read the areas that are like on F3 and F2, but I'm having trouble really comprehending F1 even when F1 and big one. Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. So we get the map. This map is maybe not something that is going to be useful for the player because it's kinda difficult to actually read. Huh. And there is a chance you might not even see this. Those who wish to open the path sleeping at the bottom of the lake must play the song passed on by the royal family. Okay, that's a good hint right here. It tells us to basically use the Zelda lullaby. There is a chance the player might miss this because neither Navi or Roto actually point you directly to this. Funny enough. Ha! So this leads to the bottom, huh? It's not visible enough, yeah, basically. It would have been good if Navi actually pointed it out. Yeah, Crank would be easier to see, indeed. Then again, a Crank would be a bit generic, right? Okay, so here they give you arrows when you break the jars. So they are basically asking you to shoot through the fire. This is the second time in the game you actually are given this kind of puzzle, which is interesting. I will think you will see this more often. Okay, we get access to the door right there. We have enemies. The door is not sealed behind us, I believe. Ah, so they are not really attacking. Okay, so they attack only after you get close enough, and they first offer their weak point before actually attacking. And you can actually kill them with the sword. Huh. But they do drop arrows. So they are basically telling you the way to dispatch these enemies using arrows. Like that. Huh. So here we get what exactly? Okay, this is a gauntlet room that reveals a key. Interesting. We are now back to F1. We have a room we have not really access on F2. And this is an issue. Do you see that? The room corresponding to this particular room that we have yet to access, the one that need to be blown up with a bomb, is already marked as visited right there. Do you see that? This is basically two rooms with a divider, but for some reason, instead of having the room divided as it should be, is basically marked as visited without a good reason, basically. Huh. That's not good. Oh, and the room seal is behind us. Okay, so we conquered that. Now the water level is at the bottom. Oh, shit. Wow, this is quite the ambush. That's a nasty ambush right there. Wow. These guys, I have seen them drop bombs only, which is interesting. Are they suggesting us to use bombs to destroy those guys? Huh. Okay, so we're back to the lowest level. We have one key. And now that the water is low, we can see there is a platform allowing us back into the central tower. There is also this block that we cannot push. And I hear that guy jumping around. Yeah, there you are. Okay, so let's go for the block right here. Let's start with this. Since this is something we can only do because the water level is low. Oh, that looks deep. Oh, it seems like it opened a path right here. Interesting. And here it seems we cannot climb back up unless we use the hook shot. That means they are forcing us to combine the iron boots with the hook shot to actually get out of here. Interesting. It seems we can go up from here without issue. We have a switch. We have some kind of geyser. An enemy on the other side. Interesting. There is nothing on the roof. This causes the water to rise. Given the structure of the room, I suppose you are meant to jump here. The enemy fell down. So basically, if you fell, you are going to have to fight the enemy. And I can see there is a hook shot target right there for you to get back up and try again. Okay. Interesting. What's over here? Oh, this whirlpool room? I don't remember this room. I see there is a passage up there. You have some kind of dragon. I see a gel closed. And not much else. Okay, the current cannot drag us when we are using the iron boots. Interesting. Even if we are not grounded. I see a hook shot symbol right there and a diamond right there. Given that we have a gate right there, it means we probably need to shoot it and use the hook shot to get to where we want to be. Right? I think we need to time our descent so we can land on the edge over here from the structure of the room. I believe they want us to land right here. And from here, we should be able to aim to the crystal and reach the target easily. Yeah, that's basically the intended way of them. They want you to do this, basically. Wow, I cannot use the sword underwater apparently. Wow. I cannot use the sword underwater. Huh, interesting. I didn't know that. That's weird. So basically, this is probably the most hook shot heavy dungeon in the game, huh? Interesting. Now we need to go up. Wait, is there a hook shot target up there? Not really. Okay, we have another crystal and a chest. Okay, we got another key. Interesting. Okay, so now we are right there. So that means the path we went through is that right there. That leads to the west side of the tower. Okay, on F1. Interesting. According to this map, we already visit the south path, but I'm not inclined to believe it. Also, we can see the other door we saw before is connected to F1 right there. And F1, and that's connected to F2, I see. So basically that door we saw on the corner of the room is basically connected to the second floor. Interesting. I'm sure we explore F1 on the east side of the tower, because that's where we found the little gauntlet chest with the key, I believe. Yeah. So the south is marked as we explore it, but I don't remember exploring the south side. Did we explore the south side? Huh. Okay, so that door up there on the corner is connected to the second floor. And when you think about it, it makes sense because we are on the first floor. So if you are coming from above, it should be coming from the second floor. Yeah, it makes sense. We have another target right there that I know why you would want it, which is kind of weird. Why is there a Hucho target right here? Where would you even shoot that from? Maybe from the head of the dragon? But why would you want to go from the head over here if you can just swim? Huh. Maybe you need to raise the water level? That maybe could be true. Yes, maybe. Huh. So we are back here. We need to take care of this guy. Here we can go across using the good shot, I believe. I might need to reconfigure the areas in my controller because I mean it's a little bit annoying. Okay, so here we need to use the boots again. Where are we? Hold on. In the map, we are on that beat right there. Okay. Ah, wait, here we need to use the hook shot to get out by force for some unknown reason. Okay, so we are out here. Those guys, we got insinuated that are supposed to be killed with the bombs, which is kind of weird, in my opinion. They didn't die, huh? Yeah, they don't die. Interesting. Oh, once we are... Huh, that's interesting. They drop bombs, but they are not really weak to bombs. That's weird. Okay, so if we are right here and it's the east, right? In theory, to my right should be the south, right here. So let me check what's on the south. On the south, we have... Oh, this place that is a bomb. We have not visited this place. Right? So why is marked on the map as if we went through it? Look at that. You see that? It's marked as visited. The fuck? That's an issue. This is where we found Ruto. You notice there is a distinctive lack of hearts dropping in this dungeon. I'm always been like half health or below half health so far, which is kinda odd, right? We went over here also, right? Did we? Now that's becoming annoying. Did you know this? I'm actually starting to second guess myself if I already visit the room or not. And that's born from the fact that the map is not marking correctly which rooms have been visited and not? Huh. Interesting. That's kinda messed up. I see the south branch from the main room has no room on the second floor. So maybe that's a dead end, so let me go south. So I can enter the area first. Look like a goofy dancing character. Okay, and that's water. Ah, I missed. And now I go down all the way to the bottom. This little hallway is very claustrophobic, I must say. Still not dropping hearts, huh? Even though I have health. Here we see a way up. I don't see a huge shot target. Oh, this room is bigger than I thought it was. We have a switch. We have a dragon's head. Nothing above us. Can I reach that? I cannot. But I did trigger the enemies. Okay, so if I press this switch... Oh, the water level goes up. Interesting. Oh! And the head went up with the water level. That's interesting. Actually. And the water level didn't go back to the way it was, which I found interesting. Huh. So it's not on a timer. Ah, now you drop hearts. That's annoying. It would be funny if only drop cards when your health was low. It would be kinda annoying, I'm not gonna lie. But then again, that's kinda a more punishing version of the system we have for the for my game. It only drops hearts when you are missing hearts. Okay, so this room is blocked. Interestingly enough. We have a gate and we can see a switch over there. A sculptura. We can see some jars. And that's pretty much it. That's funny. This room looks optional. There is no doors on the sides, right? This is an optional room. Huh. Just thought of a more annoying version of your system? Really? One where you only drop the item when you're not really... when the player doesn't need it? That would be funny also. put the items that you had the most but not full of. That would be funny, yeah. Okay, so I know how to open this, but I only know how to open this because it was such a bullshit way to open this that it actually stuck with me like this dark traumatic event of my days playing Zelda. You see, there is a switch on the other side, right? You will think, okay, how about we try to trigger it with something that has an AoE, right? So let's give it a try, right? We could maybe shoot it. Nope, you can see I aim directly in between the bars. It didn't work, right? So how about if I do with this? Nope. What if I use bombs? Right? A bomb maybe the AoE can reach? Nope. Right? What other item do I have? The hammer? Okay, the hammer. Can you use the impact to maybe reach it? If you hit the ground, maybe? Oh, it actually worked with the hammer. I just found that out. The way I discovered this actually worked. Last time, the first time I discovered how to go through this, you cannot disable it. I did this. I used the AoE from the spin dash to trigger it. That's the only way I found out how to do it. And here I opened it by basically lock with the hammer. But do you see the bullshit in this door? There is no information here that you can actually go through the gate using that. Last time I figured out I could use the spin dash, the spin attack, to actually go through the door. There is nowhere says anywhere here near this place that you can open this door like this. This is so much bullshit. It's actually painful. And they give you nothing useful right there. So this whole arm of the dungeon is basically optional. The whole south part. And the worst part is, originally this area of the map was marked as visited because I tried to access it before I could actually do it and got basically marked as visited, which is bullshit in my opinion. Yeah. Okay, south part is finished. Now let's go back. Wait, do I need to use the hookshot here? There is no hookshot target, huh? Interesting. Some places seems to want you to use the hookshot, and some places don't. Which is actually kinda weird. Huh. And there are some hookshot targets that are kinda oddly placed also. Okay, so we got rid of the south part. Let's check the north. I don't remember if we actually went over here. Okay, so boots. Did I went over here? I did, but I could not really cross those. Yeah. You can actually see the hookshot mark over there. It's a bit far away like this. That hookshot mark, there is no way in hell I can reach it. Yeah. And I cannot climb on the other side, I believe. Yeah, you cannot climb through there. Interesting. Huh. So I cannot access the south part. The north part, excuse me. Currently I have two keys. Right? The only places I can currently use the keys are basically this door basically. I don't really have access to any other door that is locked, but this one. Right? There is no other door I can reach currently. Okay, so we go in. Okay, we are inside the tower now. We can see a hookshot place right there. A hookshot place on the edge of that platform. We can also see this floor right here is the one that floats. We have spikes in the bottom with a little bit of water. I can see something up at the top over there, just barely. Oh, that's a Skulltula. Okay, I can see a shot all the way, target all the way on the top. So you're meant to climb using the hook shot right here. Interesting. Oh, and we have another thingy of this. Those who wish to open the gate on the far gate, play the song. On the far gate. That's interesting. We have one door right there. We have that over there. Can I reach this? I can. What is in here? Oh, that's exit, okay, of the tower. We are on the middle part. We have access to... what is this? Okay, so this is the north part. So we have a locked door on the west. And we have a target place over here. Interesting. Can I reach that target? I can. So there is a part right here. Even before we change the level of the water, we can go in here. Oh, there is a bunch of targets right there, huh? That's interesting. There is a thing right there. And a chest. Interesting. And that's the compass. Okay, interesting. Huh. I didn't notice this. This one has hearts. More hearts. More hearts, huh? Maybe they were expecting you to maybe hit the spikes on the ground? Right here? Like this? Huh. You find it weird that you have to find the compass for each dungeon? Is that the compass has two different functions, right? One, as you can see in the minimap, it tells you where you are coming from and where is your current location on the map, right? Over here in the my map, it reveals the locations of the chest within the dungeon and the boss room, right? So you can see the boss room is on the third level. And you can also see the chest that I have yet to open. That's basically why it's unique to each dungeon. Basically, functionally, it makes sense, right? Because why would a compass you found on a different dungeon show you the chest from a different dungeon, right? But thematically, it does sound a bit weird that you need to find the compass each time. Yeah. It's not like the map, right? Maybe if it was something like the map, like, I don't know, an nomenclature? Maybe, let's call it... What if it was, instead of a compass and the map, it was... the two pieces of the map and the actual symbols of it. That would make sense. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if it were separated, like into different thingies, pieces of map, it will make more sense. Yeah. It will be still a little bit weird, but yeah. Hmm. What would you use to replace the map? It could be the rock map and the detail map. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Okay, so on the quest we have specifically the compass, which is not really a mandatory item to finish the dungeon. Let me go back inside. So I basically can do nothing now on the first level, right? Given the current... Given the current structure of the level, I need to change the water. Or do something like Hollow Knight where it fills up as you proceed. Yeah, that would be also a good option. Yeah. So I go in here. We have this for that. We don't really have a way to get up there. We have the water thingy, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so our only option is to really change the water level. By the way, have you ever played this dungeon before? Have you ever played this particular dungeon yourself? Just wondering. I want your perspective as a player. You never played this game? Okay. Good to know. Okay, so here, even if I hadn't actually changed the level of the water, it wouldn't really make a difference. Okay. Just so I know. Okay, in a bit I will ask you something. And you will tell me how much of a bullshit solution do you believe it is? Because this is another one of those things where it was such a fucking annoying thing about this dungeon that it actually became ingrained into my brain, and now I will never forget it. Okay, so here we have no choice but to basically explore this area right here, right? The one that requires us to open this bit. Ah. Oh wow, you cannot actually make that. Okay, so that's not possible currently. Yeah, I have PTSD, so you cannot really access this. It's just simply too far away, and I believe the hookshot doesn't really reach that target. So that's not available. So we could either open this door and proceed through there, or if you remember correctly, remember that wall we saw before that was underwater when the level was at max, where we found Ruto, basically. That wall where I peeked through a crack and we could see a chest behind it. We can go and do that now, probably. I was just trying to find the entrance while buying time. So we go. Oh shit, that's not good. I don't know why those guys, these rocks, drop bombs. It's very weird, in my opinion, because they are not really weak to bombs. Okay, so we are here. We remove the shoes. And we go up. Ah, I stuck. Right here. This crack right here. We maybe could give them a pass by the fact that you can actually see in the map right here that there is a chest you have not opened there once you get the compass. But it will require you basically to get the compass to actually beat the dungeon. Right? You can actually see there is a chest there that we have not opened. And we can also see behind that one gate that has a timer on the main room, there is another chest at the end of it. Right there. Right? We can see the chest we have left to open. There is one at the very bottom. Huh? Okay, so we are right here. We need to place a bomb. Okay, we are right here. We grab this. And this is another key. So this is a necessary item. Yeah. So that's the one thing we had left to do on this level, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, we cannot really proceed on the other ones. Either way, let me actually check. Just to make sure that I'm remembering correctly. You see that? I'm like doubted myself if I already completed the first floor. Right? On the east side of the fifth floor, we are basically done. Right? Right? So the east is already done. The south side was the optional thing. So that's already done. This over here, I don't remember what it was. To tell you the truth. Let me check it out real quick. Just so we can say we finished the floor. Right? So we go down there here. Down there here. And over here it was what again? That, okay, this area is also done. I remember now. Yeah, okay. So, east, south, and north, south and west already done. We will need to check on the north side, I believe. Over here-ish. No, not here. Over there. This is the north side. Okay, so here, do we have anything left to do? Oh yeah, that's a room we cannot reach. So we have one thing on the bottom side we cannot really complete. Okay. That's another thing I just realized. You don't clear floor by floor, you have to go back and forward between floors, huh? Interesting. Okay, so now we have 2 keys. The only place we can really go is this door right here on the west side of the second floor. Okay, let's see. We have a geyser. I hear an enemy. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's such a nasty surprise. If someone is aiming to hit the crystal from here, imagine you are like aiming right here, and suddenly an enemy falls on you. That's quite a nasty surprise, but it will happen. Ah. Okay, there is nothing on this room. And I believe we are... Where exactly? We are on the 3rd floor. Okay, we went from the 2nd to the 3rd floor right there. I can see... Apparently this floor has nothing on it? What the fuck? What is over here? Oh, we are now... Oh, back to the main area. Oh, interesting. So this leads to the thingy right here. And you can see there is actually a difference, right? there is this spot where Navi is basically signaling the control, right, of the water, and there is this spot where she's basically on the edge for no apparent reason, right? Hmm. That's so much bullshit. Holy shit. It will be one thing if you could call it from over there, but you have to be here to actually activate the scarecrow. That's so much bullshit. Holy shit. But then again, you would be bypassing one key, I suppose, but... Ah! Well, okay. Let's calm down. Let's just say it's a nice shortcut, and that's it. Right? Let's just say it's a nice shortcut. But because chances the player actually has the scarecrow are very, very small, right? It's not likely that a player will just, on their first try playing this game, will actually discover the scarecrow, right? Right? Okay, so they are telling us to lift level to level 3, right? On level 2, we basically completed everything but that one little chest that is behind the block. We need to bypass the gate to get to, right? On level 1, there is the whole northern area that we have yet to get access to. And there is the whole big one that it seems we still have one chest missing there. There is basically an area that we cannot really visit. Okay. Okay. So they are telling us, okay, you are done with F1, F2, now to F3. Right? Right. We have one key. Okay, now we are on F3. Ah, I'm stuck in the corner. Okay, so we are back on F3. This right here, I believe, is the entrance. Is it? Yeah, it's the entrance. The entrance to the dungeon. You see? It's so hard to tell if this is the entrance or not. It's not distinctive enough to actually be able to tell if this is the exit or if this is another part of the dungeon. I believe that's another issue because this central room is way too symmetrical in appearance. It makes it so much harder to actually tell which way to go, right? Okay, we're here. Over here, I believe... We already are done with this area, I believe. I don't remember. That's the issue with this. I don't remember if the east side is already complete or not. Okay, David calls for your presence. That's fine, that's fine. Sadly, I suppose I will not be able to ask you if you find that one bit that caused me PTSD about this dungeon. How much of bullshit do you believe it is? Okay, I believe we're done with that. Good night. Thank you for coming. I'll see you later. Good night. Bye-bye. Sleep well. Rest well. Don't die. Good night. Good night. Okay. So we'll go over here and grab that. And this is the next part of the dungeon. Now we don't have any keys. Oh. Are you here still? Ricardo? Please tell me you're still here. Ricardo! No! I guess I talked too long. Okay. So, this room you can see besides the fact that they looks very dangerous, you can see the other side is locked, right? And if I move the camera, you can actually see here there is a crucial target. That means if you go down here, you slide and you can see there is two platforms and basically an abyss right there that prevents you from going further, lower I mean. And that thing is basically a challenge for you to use the hook shot. But it's kinda meaningless because as you can see on the other side there is a lock, right? So there is not even a reason to try that currently. And I believe the Skulltula is too far off to actually be shot with what we have. I just noticed. Is that a moon? No, it's not a moon. Oh, it's meant to be like a ring. As part of the hookshot target. Oh, because it's basically a flat texture. I never realized that was meant to be a ring. Oh, interesting. I just learned something new. Okay, so basically we wasted our key because we basically don't have a way to go through that room because of the locked door, basically. So now when we check, F3 is basically locked because east is complete, north it leads to the boss area and is off limits, south is the exit for the dungeon, east is that one door that is locked that we cannot really proceed forwards. On F2 we can see there is a chest right there, but that's behind the block we pushed earlier in the dungeon, and we cannot really access it because there is a gate on a timer we cannot really bypass currently. On F1, oh wait, excuse me, on the east side we already completed our that area. On the west side is the same, we already completed that area. And that only leads us to the controls for the water anyways. In the south, we completed on F1, we completed the south area, the optional area. On the east side, there are the controls for the lowering the level to the first level. Is there a way where we met Ruto, and it's already complete, right? On the west area, we reach basically, I believe it was a key all the way on the end, but the area on the north where we can see the chest is basically off limits because that's an exit from a loop, not the way you take the loop, right? Big one, we can see there is a chest right there, but we don't know how to get there. Given the appearance of this, well, if you analyze the map, you can actually tell this is telling you you can access touches from the center tower, right? But most people will not notice this. This map is already pretty confusing to read. I'm pretty sure half of the people watching currently don't actually get how can I actually navigate this. Yeah. Which is a bit of an issue. Yes. So now I will disclose what I know about this dungeon, right? Basically, the answer is very convoluted and not very well disclosed. This wouldn't be such of an issue if the area behind this path was an optional area and not a key that is required to finish the dungeon. So, to get to the key, we need to remember this chest right there we can see in the map. We can see that this chest is reachable by access of the tower. You can actually see the center tower overlaps with the room is marked that we already visit, which is annoying because that's not really an area we had visited yet, and for some reason the map is actually marking it as if we already visited. Right? To access it, you will think, okay, that means you need to go to the bottom of the tower to access big one, right? So let's do that. I forgot to put on the boots. Let's do that real quick. We will go directly to the east side where the controls for the water level are right here. So we go up. Here are the controls right here, and we simply trigger them. Mind you, this is after the dungeon basically lead you all the way to the controls that lift the water level to the top. Right? So we are right here. We go back out and over here to access the tower. In the tower, after you go in here, you can see there is basically nowhere to go to access big one, right? You will even maybe begin to doubt if maybe there is a secret door somewhere, right? We are at the lowest level of the water, and we don't see an access point right here. We can see we could maybe go farther up, but we cannot see a way to go down, right? So obviously, after searching this room and finding nothing, you move on to the next level, right? Eh. There we are. We go to the next level. Okay, so we are on the next level. Here, the fact that we end up floating right there already makes us basically seek ground, right? Immediately, because we are swimming in the water, immediately we head to solid ground, right? So here we are inclined to either lock up and try to figure out a way up, or we go through that door, right? That basically has us exit the tower, right? And just look at this. Once we are here, if we jump, we don't really see anything interesting that we are not really seeing. And chances are we are going to be basically looking up anyways, right? But if you look down, it's even visible on the cutscene where the water level rises. Do you see that? That hidden hole in the ground. The first time I played this dungeon, it took me over 2 hours and a half to actually see. It took me hours to find. And when I finally found it, I was so fucking angry. So frustrated. I actually stopped playing for like 2 months because I was just that frustrated with the game. There is no indication that is there. You will think, okay, this platform being the same as the one outside that basically float should be telltale, right? It's also kind of visible on the cinematic when you rise the water level, right? But everything else is working against this particular thing, which because we are not looking for things like this. We are not looking for areas that are not hinted at, because we have not seen this mechanic where you are required to pay attention to how things are shown to be working on different areas of the dungeon, how they interact when you shift something that affects the dungeon as a whole. This was so fucking frustrating. Today I find it kinda clever. I find it kinda funny that I had such a hard time figuring this out. But I still remember how angry I was back then. To this day, I still remember there is a hole below this platform. To this day, I still remember this hole. It was that traumatic. I still remember this hole. It left just that kind of impression. Ah, also, this is kinda of a bit of a trap. You can see there is probably the path to go right there. And over here where the switch is, you can see there is a bunch of enemies ready to be dropped on top of you. The moment you trigger the switch, which is kinda funny. At this point, I feel like the devs are kinda trolling the player. Just from the hold and the platform, and now with the enemies that drop on top of you after you trigger the switch. This is really confusing. You see how every enemy we just fought was basically defeated by the hookshot? And that's very weird because the drops each enemy has will suggest you that your goal, the way you should fight these enemies, should be by using arrows, maybe the sword on the clamps. The rock should be destroyed with using bombs. You can actually see the intended design behind the enemies, right? That makes me think that the hookshot was not originally part of this dungeon. This dungeon is weird because for some reason it requires you to use the hookshot a little bit too much, right? The other thing that basically makes you use a lot is the iron boots, which is odd. There is something off about this dungeon. Maybe that's what caused it to be such a problem. Maybe that's what made it be such a infamous dungeon. It feels like this dungeon was made for the iron boots. That's what it feels. But for some reason, it was redesigned to make use of the hookshot, which is very weird. Now that we have the key that we're missing, we can finally move on to our next target. It sounds like the enemy is going to drop on me, right? That's very far away. Can you even reach it from here? Maybe barely. Wait. It's not reachable. It's not reachable. What the fuck? Wait. What's the point of this scarecrow? What? What the fuck? It's not reachable. What's the point of the scarecrow? If you need to use this door either way. What the fuck? What the hell? What? What's the point of the scarecrow then? There is no point of the scarecrow. Because you cannot reach it from the second level, much less from the first one. And if you are already on the top level, why the hell would you want to use the scarecrow? What the fuck? What the hell? What the actual hell? And I believe the next area we need to go is this one on the east side. Because currently there is no way to access any other area. Ah, that scarecrow thing actually messed me up a little bit. Hello, welcome Mundo.
Waving hand emoji.
Welcome
heart
Mundo96, please enjoy the stream.
Hello. Hello. Okay, so this room in particular is made for you to use the hook shot. Quite a lot, apparently. Okay, now that I passed those really baffling design decisions, this is a bit of a skill check using the hook shot. How are you doing today, Mundo? How are you doing? Ah, really? I need to aim higher. Ah. Okay. This is actually kind of fun. It's not that punishing. It's not that difficult to do. Because you only need to aim a little bit high instead of sideways, which is a good thing. Yeah. I'm a bit interested on the symbol above the door, but I don't think I can get a nice view of it. Okay. So that's the last key we had. Let me get rid of these guys before they start causing issues. Okay. So we are here. We see a bunch of heads, dragon heads. And the water level is low. You can already see what the goal is in here. I think I can actually jump a few of these. If I'm seeing this correctly. Given the distance between the platforms, maybe I can... No, I cannot really do that, apparently. And from here, there is no way up, right? Yeah, okay, so they are asking you to use the iron boots. Interesting. So from here, we use the hookshot to enable this switch, which rises the water. Oh, you cannot actually reach that, huh? It's a little bit higher. Interesting. So this is a hookshot puzzle. And here, if we use the hookshot on the first sign, you will fall on the water. Again. But if you use it on the second one, you will have nowhere to go. And you will need to jump down. Basically. Because I believe there's no path behind the dragon statue. So you basically need to trigger the switch again. And then you go over here. And I believe you can climb over here. Yeah. Okay. And to get to the last spot, you need to raise the dragon heart, the dragon head again. Okay. And from here, we go over here. And to get up there, you just need to lower and raise the head again. Yeah. I bet you can still reach this, right? Yeah. Oh, we have enemies. Can we break the stance, please? Okay. Okay, so we are here. We can see, I believe that's called a tech tag, if I'm not mistaken. So if I use the hook shot, I'm going to fall directly on him, which is not a good idea. And apparently I cannot shoot through the... Huh. Interesting. Can I use the arrows? I can. Oh! Wow! Okay, so there is like an invisible wall right there. That's unexpected, that there is an invisible wall right there. What is this symbol? Right there. Huh. What is meant to be? Is that an owl? A pair of peaches? Are those supposed to be maybe... No. Water lilies? I don't know. Huh. Okay, we had some oddly placed magic? Okay. And more magic. That's weird. Why are they giving us magic here? Oh. Oh, okay. I know this place. This place is a little bit too famous to ignore. You can pay attention to the reflection right here as we go across. Did you see that, how it disappeared? We don't have a reflection anymore. And we go look back. There is our friendly neighborhood Link. This door is actually flat, huh? I never actually checked this. Interesting. Okay. My friend Link is kinda glitching out right there. Did you know the AI for this particular the AI for this particular enemy actually samples from whatever you do at the start of this fight? That little trick is a bit bullshit. Ah. Let's see. How about we make use of this, since I never actually use them? Ah, shit. Damn it. Yeah, this fight can be difficult depending on how you allow this particular enemy to learn your moves. There is also the fire method. Then again, maybe that's why they give you the magic at the start of the room. That could be an option. I don't have enough. Lovely. I might not actually win this one. I didn't bring fairies any also, which is an issue. That didn't actually work. I hate the stupid trick. What to do? What to do? That's not a good idea. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do right here. Especially when he can just do that whenever he wants. I might keep trying this guy a little bit as well. And that stupid jump is so annoying. Am I going to be the one single player that has really a lot of trouble with this guy? Yeah. Wow.
Lol, honestly,
Welcome, Crumbling
plenty
Sanity.
of
Please
people have
enjoy the
trouble
stream.
with this boss.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome. You are oddly well named for my situation. Grumbling Insanity. Let me grab some fairies. I believe I need them. What was the... Wait. What was the song? Let me arm myself with some fairies. Okay. Since I have the chance, that is. If you actually try to fight that guy without cheesing it, it's surprisingly difficult. What? I know, I was there just a little bit ago. Wow, that was close. Yeah, great advice, Navi. Thank you. You are being so helpful right now. Ah. I don't need this. I was planning to use them later, but I can always get more. Yeah, that's a good point. Fairies... Navi is basically the only fairy in the game that cannot really heal you, which is kinda odd. Then again, I was once saw this theory somewhere that the reason she doesn't is because when a fairy heals you, they die, apparently, at least the small ones. There's a theory that that's why. Yeah. They are basically like giving you their life, and that's why they die whenever they heal you. That's a theory. Yeah. Yeah, like bees, basically. Yes. Okay, one more try. I actually didn't get magic also. I don't remember if I have available another upgrade for the magic yet. I don't believe I do. Let me recover my magic real quick. Ah. You could probably get right now? Really? Which fairy am missing? Because I got the one from Haro Castle. I also got the one from Lord Jabjabu area. The one where is the ice caverns, I believe. Yeah. Somewhere in that mountain, there is a spot with a great fairy. Oh yeah, I remember I got the one when I was a child. But I have not gone there as an adult, I believe. I don't remember. Oh, inside that mountain. Yeah, I don't think I had gotten that one. You might not be able to get there, sadly. Yeah, I don't know, to tell you the truth. Okay, and let's go back inside. Let's see. What? I don't actually remember much. About that bone tight. I assume this is your first time with the game. It's not, actually. That's why I'm... It's been a while. Yeah, basically a few years. Yes. And I'm basically doing, like, an analysis. I'm, like, trying to figure out how they put the dungeons together. Because I'm making my own game. Yeah. It's been very interesting. Yeah. This particular dungeon is a bit of a nightmare the more I analyze it. Because the dungeon feels like it was made like in structure, like in architecture, to be for the hookshot, right? But when it comes to puzzles and the way the water works, it feels like it was made for the iron boots, right? It feels like this dungeon was like changed at the last minute to fit the hookshot. That's how it feels. Because if you notice, I can literally just swim across. There is really no need for the hookshot, a spot right here. And so far, I have not really found any spot within the dungeon that will really require you to have the hookshot by default. Yeah. Yes. There is a beta version of the temple that some people have made videos of. It's quite different by design. You want to check it out later. Yeah, that would be interesting. Yes. Because I found some very weird stuff in the dungeons I have analyzed so far that really don't really make sense design-wise. That makes me believe there is something weird going on, like they might have structured the dungeons in a very different way originally. Yeah. There are some very, very weird decisions here and there. Oh, yeah, this place. Did I have to go here before? I don't remember actually. Also, this particular dungeon is the first dungeon so far in this little series of me analyzing the dungeons, where I have actually second guessed myself of whether or not I have visited certain rooms or not. Yeah. Which is kind of interesting. That means this place is more confusing than any other dungeons. In the game so far. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I also noticed some very strange details with the enemies. Yeah. It's that, and also the fact that earlier in the dungeon, I was talking about how certain bits of the map, for example, here on, you see when you find Ruto on the right side of the map, on the little room to the right, when you go up to the third floor, where you can actually change the water level for the first time, you bypass this room right here on F2, where there is this bomba wall, right? If you pay attention, you notice it, right? But I saw that once I got the map and checked basically which rooms I had access before or not, this particular room right here, the one with the chest behind the bomba wall, was actually marked as if I had already visited, which I found very confusing. Because if it wasn't for the compass, you wouldn't really know that you have to go back there if you didn't notice the wall, right? The only reason you would notice is because the compass reveals the chest. Yeah. I saw that, and also over here on F1, the south, the bottom part of the map, because I visited before I could actually finish it. Both these, the south bit of the map, the whole little strip on the bottom, and the same bit on the big one area of the map were marked as visited, even though I never even completed that area, which is also a bit disconcerting, right? There are that kind of stuff that I noticed once that I actually started to closely analyze each room, right? Yeah, that's why I actually started to second guess myself if I had already visited some rooms, because the map was marking the rooms even a little bit past the point where I actually got as already visited. So I didn't know if I had gotten in there and actually got stuck because a key or something, or something of the sort. Yeah. I don't know if it's a bug or not, but I did find it very disconcerting. That's why I started to second guess myself whether or not I had visited certain rooms or not. Yeah. Also, another thing that I noticed that basically aids on the confusion is that this particular dungeon is the first one where you cannot really conquer in sections. You cannot really go, okay, I conquer F1, then F2, then F3, and then we move on to big one, right? Because, for example, here I already basically finish everything I can do on F1 and F2. But if you can see in F1, there is this whole northern part that I have not touched yet. And on F2, you can see there is a bunch on the north, also a chest on the south, right? So even though I already basically went through pretty much everywhere, you still have to revisit F1 and F2 once you get the dungeon item, which is very confusing in my opinion. It really aids that sense
Zelda.
of hello, bienvenido Kilfara. It really overcharged that sense of confusion.
Yo.
Hello, welcome. You wrote that wrong? I couldn't check, to tell you the truth. You removed it a little bit too fast. Also, I find this very confusing. If you notice, if I shoot right here, it goes all the way to the wall, right? But if I try to shoot in between the spikes right here, it gets stuck on the spikes. Yeah, which is kinda interesting. They decided to basically set the hitbox a little bit too big, in my opinion. Yeah. Here we get... That's something I find weird. The enemies on this dungeon, have you noticed that they always drop something specific? For example, the spiders, they always drop either arrows or hearts, right? The rocks always drop bombs. The clamps drop arrows, right? Which basically they are telling you there is a specific dungeon item you are supposed to use on them. But when you are underwater, you cannot actually use the items that apparently the enemies are asking you to use, which I find very weird. It makes me think that maybe this dungeon was originally not meant to have the hook shot, because it's basically a catch-all for all the enemies using the hook shot, right? So it makes me think like they disabled the other items because you had to introduce the hook shot. Yeah. It feels like they grabbed the dungeon that was meant to be the Iron Boots dungeon and turned it into the hook shot dungeon, basically. Yeah. Okay, now this guy is annoying. So Oh, I didn't notice that before. Did you see that I still have my reflection currently? That's because I avoided the middle island right there. You might get more information about that with the beta version of the temple. Yeah, I need to analyze those. Yeah. It would be very interesting to confirm my suspicions. Yeah. The hookshot is something that I suspect a lot because I don't know if you can notice every single temple, even before the water temple, requires the hookshot. The forest temple requires the hookshot to enter. The fire temple requires the hookshot to enter. Right? Each and every single temple requires the hookshot, which is very strange because the hookshot feels like it should be a dungeon item, and it is not. Also, getting the hookshot for beating race in the graveyard feels a bit weird because there is this feeling that it should be a piece of heart instead of the hookshot right there. It feels odd. Which it makes me think maybe the hookshot was a later addition into the game. Yeah. It feels like kinda shoehorned in some way. Yeah. Now the reflection is gone. And there he is. Wow, that skills to block me backflip is quite impressive. Have you seen such skills before? Ah, he's attacking already. Yeah, I don't know if I can actually beat him like that. But I'm pretty sure I can hit it with this. It feels like he has a certain alternate AI behavior in case you don't actually provide the enemy with the correct stimulation for it to actually learn your moves. Wow! The reflection level on this guy. The fuck? The fuck? You see that? That's so bullshit. Wow, he actually got far away, huh? Damn it. I hate that little annoying thing. Because it's basically a free hit for no reason. Now I don't have any magic. Yeah, the issue is that this is basically a free hit for him. If it wasn't for that, yeah, I wouldn't really mind so much. Damn it. I got you in a corner right there. That's so much bullshit. Come on. Yeah. I don't remember this fight being so hard. Come on, locking. I guess you can just spam, I suppose. Where are you? I hear you, but the camera is not really helping me. Yeah, I guess it's better to not lock on, not really lock on radar. Finally, goddamn it. Yeah, brute force solves everything. Hmm. Okay. I suppose this has to be the dungeon item, right? Oh. I don't remember this being here. Huh. There you go, the long shot. That's also very weird. Huh. Think about it. You are getting an upgrade for an item you already have inside a dungeon. Isn't that a little bit weird? Every other upgrade, the upgrade for the bombs, for the combo thingies, the slingshot, etc., you get it as a bonus. Right? Every other upgrade is basically a collectible, optional collectible, except for this one. Huh. That's really weird. What happens if I play the song on top of the lock? Yes, I just spam the buttons without really knowing the correct order. Oh, it didn't do anything? That's weird. Maybe I cannot be on top of it when I play it. Come on. Wait. What was it? There we go. I was playing the backwards. That's my issue. Wait. There we go. What's in here again? I don't remember this place. Oh! Oh, yeah, this place. Now I remember. Yeah. I remember this place. Oh. Okay, that's a nice warning. We can see one vortex right there. Is there anything else we might want to pay attention to? Yeah, because we're curious about the deadly whirlpools ahead of us. Yes. Let me equip the iron boots. Let's see, what's up over here? We cannot see a damn thing. Lovely. So we go down. Okay, so we are here. We can see basically a chest at the end of the path right here. Oh, we are sliding. Interesting. But it's not that heavy of an climb. Oh. Yeah, you can actually walk through here. Oh, wow. So if you stop, you just slide. Huh. They even put hearts here so you can tempt fate. Let's see. So we have more whirlpools over there. Nothing above, it seems. There is a sculpture over there. I'm going to remove the boots and swim over there and put it back again. Hopefully I will not get dragged into the ground direction. Okay. So we can tempt fate and get close to the whirlpool over here. Okay. So we have this guy right here. Let me grab the good shot. Oh, no, excuse me, the long shot. I like how the implication is we basically threw away the hook shot. Okay, so here we are meant to go around the corner. Imagine that we threw away basically the gifts we got from a dead man. How kind of us. He's actually me pulling me. Oh, let me wear the boots before I get trapped again. Wow, that's actually quite nasty. You can actually reach... The long shot is actually quite long, huh? Can I see the mark for the culture from here? Or something? I cannot. Okay, this is going to be painful. Ready, set, go. Don't dive, come on. This way, get on there. Okay. There is a fairy somewhere. Come here. Thank you. And from here... I don't think I can shoot that, can I? Sideways? You cannot. That's annoying. Is there a... Yes, there is a good shot mark up there. Nice. Okay. Okay, we are here, and from here we can actually shoot that. Okay. Now we can grab this, and this is a key. Yeah, that's really picky. And this leads us to this place. This whirlpool that currently does not kill us. Funny enough. Okay, so basically we went to the top right here, removed the block of time. That is, well, I suppose it's not that missable, but... Yeah, I suppose you would be... You would know how to remove it, I suppose. Yeah, because you are required to do basically that on the forest apple. Yeah. Okay, then we go through this little pathway that leads us to the... room right here. It's funny that this room is marked to be on F2, but we are basically on F1. Huh, that's very weird. A very weird way to actually mark it on the map, but okay. Okay, so we are on F1. So to exit, we basically go through here. What? I'm still confused about this particular push mark. Can you even see this mark from the corner over there? Oh, you cannot. You actually can, huh? You could bypass the whirlpool like that, but I suppose. But this mark is a little bit not visible enough given the colors of the room. So most players will not really see it. Huh. Yeah, actually when I started the dungeon, I was actually confused about where was what. It was the first map so far on this little analysis that has actually got me confused. Yeah. It took me a bit to actually realize what was everything in this map. Yeah. Because, for example, let me show off my little aid for this series. You see this room right here? Right there? That room is the same as this room right here. The same one that I have marked right there is the same room. Okay? That room is also this room. So the same room is in 3 different floors, which is extremely confusing because you would think they are different rooms, given that, for example, this one shows like as if this room has a door, basically, but the door is not here. It's actually all the way over here. It's the one that leads into the toward the linked fight. That room right there is the one that has the hook shots. That is basically like a funnel where you need to hook shot quickly up to get through the room. Yeah. Which is a very weird way to represent it on the map. Yeah. Yeah, it took me quite a while to actually make it make sense in my head. Yeah. And here you have this little guy. Hello. Yeah. It's like very weird the way they choose to map this particular dungeon. Yeah. Also, sometimes here you can see these marks for the hook shot that are very weird because most people would take off the boots instead of actually aiming up, which I find strange. That makes me think more that the hook shot was like shoehorned into this dungeon instead of actually being like part of the original design. Because you can even see that well, I suppose we're still underwater. So yeah. There is this weird beats here and there that makes me question the design of the dungeon quite a lot. Yeah. Okay, so here I believe I had not finished the northern part of floor 1. So let me do that real quick. I believe I can actually do it as it is, right? I forgive for a bit. that's fine, don't worry about it. Hola Spy, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido. Yeah, don't worry about it. I get it, I get it. Bien, bien, Spike. Qué bueno que estás bien. Okay, this is actually the door with the key. I didn't even remember this thing was here. Estoy haciendo un pequeño análisis de este calabozo. Yeah, de este templo. Okay, let's see. So this is the next part of this dungeon. Huh. Interesting. So we are here. That looks very scary. We have rocks going into whirlpools, and we can see there is a current. Interesting. ¿Te recuerda un poco a los templos de la zona de Minecraft? Sí, los colores son muy parecidos, la verdad. There is not lock on the other side, so you can basically just swim across if you do it correctly. But the current is going on the other direction. Okay. So we go through here, right? Actually, whoa, that was loud. Let me check the map. Okay, so apparently there is another path, but I suppose it's the one you will loop back through to get back to that point. Yeah. Okay, we have a shoot shot mark up here. Ouch. You are very loud. There is that area right there. Oh, there is something in the water, apparently. You can actually shoot them down. Okay, so let's go over here. Okay, so here we have a bomb wall and a few chests. Excuse me, jars. We have bombs. Okay. Clearly telling you to use bombs. Okay. Interesting. And there are bomb bubbles on both sides. Okay. So that's one. And here is the other, I believe. Okay, I see a switch down there that I didn't see before. Okay, so the goal is probably to push a block into that switch. En particular siento un poco más raro de normal. ¿Te sientes raro en cuanto a que como que te vas a enfermar? Digo, porque se invirtieron los roles en mi casa. ¿A qué te refieres? Okay, so I push this all the way to the other side. Okay. And from here we go over here and grab this. This is a very interesting puzzle. They are basically making use of bomb walls to hide the solution. That's interesting. I never actually considered doing that for my puzzles. Huh. I always thought of breakable walls as basically locked doors instead of puzzle pieces. Okay, that's filling out the water. Huh. That's interesting. They give you this spot to hook shot on, but the solution for the puzzle actually grants you access back to this side? Huh. That's odd. It's almost as if they give you a way out. Huh. It's because you could potentially not have bombs and get stuck down there? Huh. I suppose that could be a way to prevent the game from sub-locking? Huh. I never thought about that. Interesting. Mi padre está yendo a la escuela y ahora digo que se invirtió en los roles porque ahora soy el que le pregunto y cómo le fue. Le van a hacer matemáticas. Ay, sí. Ya veo, ya veo. Personalmente no me parece tan extraño, pero sí puedo ver por qué se sentiría raro. Yeah. Okay. New room. We have a switch. Interestingly enough, we have... Do we have a hookshot lock? We don't. Not on this side. Maybe over here? Yeah, there is the hookshot mark. 3 little gases below. So basically some more complex versions of the puzzle we saw before. I see, I see. So we trigger this, and I bet this is timer. Yeah. Oh wait, this also closes the door. Oh, I see. That's why this is a interesting puzzle. Yeah, it's not just about the geysers, huh? Okay, that's interesting, actually. Bueno, cambiando de tema, pues literalmente mi grupo de la UNI terminó reprobando matemáticas. Wow, okay, that's impressive in all the wrong ways. Eso es impresionante en todos los sentidos equivocados. Oh. Huh. There is a sculpture right there. Hello. Es la segunda vez que pasa. Ok, now that's... Eso sí es bastante malo. Really? Wait, can I not? The fuck? There we go. Wow. Si los exámenes son de 2 preguntas, pueden sacar libretas o puntas. Ok, entonces ustedes son los que no dan una. La verdad. Porque si pueden sacar libretas y apuntes, yo no tendría problemas. Personalmente. Ok. So, let's see. I'm right there. One path, I suppose it leads to the way back and the other to the other side, okay? Okay, and let's grab the boots. This part right here is kind of hidden also. You can actually see it on the map, but it's not that clean to see it from where you're standing. Even though I suppose the sculptura makes you look that way. Oh, this door has a key. Now, that's interesting. Tantito más falta decir cuentos en un compañero y acceso a internet. Sí. Suena que les dieron todas las posibilidades para pasar y no dieron una. Wow. Okay, I'm not supposed to be here yet. Now we know that. It seems I got to this spot a little bit too early, sadly. Okay, let's go to the other side then. Termino usando ChatGPT. Medio grupo entre ellos se pasaban las respuestas. Y por eso es probablemente la razón por la que no pueden hacer el examen solos. Realmente deberían intentar aprender a hacerlo de la forma legítima. Okay, so I suppose I should lower the water? No. I need to go to the middle? Maybe? Yeah, maybe the middle. Yeah, I think I need to go to the middle. So I need to drop down here, I believe. El resto del grupo, como yo y mis amigos somos los únicos que nos juntamos cuando además por un problema había hablado, creo. Sí. Pero eso debería ser ventaja, porque significa que es más posible que aprendan a resolver los problemas solos. Yeah. Okay, so now we go up. And that's because we didn't remember... I didn't remember the order I need to do stuff. Funny enough. So let's see. I'm missing a key, which is kind of annoying. Así que pues paso a mis amigas me usan conjillas para que yo ponga las respuestas que ellas me dieron y pues que hice el cálculo y tal cosa. Pero las respuestas estaban mal. Wow. Wow. Qué mal, qué mal. Okay, so we are here. And I believe now we need to go through here to the middle level. Right there. So we can get the last piece. Sí suena que le hace falta estudiar, la verdad. Let's see. The one area we had pending on this level, I believe was here. Yeah. Okay. I don't like the sound of that. But then again, I don't. Really? Damn it. Yeah, currently getting through. It seems I took a path that wasn't, damn it, that wasn't correct, quite. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we just need to push this aside. Finally. This was basically the first thing I did in the dungeon. Move this block. And only now I'm finishing this puzzle. No tenías nada que perder. Ah. Ok, terminamos con esto. I finish with this. Ah, this is blocked. Lovely! So I need to go through the other side. Right there. I got a key, and I believe, given the map, the only area that I need to go is that one chest on level 1 that I got there earlier without the key, and I kinda screwed myself over. Yeah. That's annoying. Ouch. Ouch. Revenge. And the path is through here. We go down. We go up. We go to the other side. Come on. Really? Make the kickbox a little bit bigger, please. Okay. Y como único peso ahí tengo todo hacer examen de programación, como que fue a mejor precio. Recuerdo de hacer. Bueno, al menos pudiste. Supongo que hiciste las cosas mejor. Okay, let's get through this quickly because I'm annoyed at the fact that I could not actually open that door before. Okay, we're here. I already solved this puzzle, so let's just go to the next room. Okay, and open. And here we have this particular thing, and now we can jump through this. Ah, really? Well, whatever. Let me just kill those guys because I know they are going to be on my way. Really? Okay, now we go across. Okay. Now we're here, and now we need to go to the left over here. Come on. Let me pause. Go down. And we go down. Ah, I forgot about you. Really? Huh. You drop magic? That's new. En una ocasión no me acuerdo de cómo se instructaba algunas cosas como el switch case, texto, variable, valutazo, o cosas así. Ah, I see. Ya veo. Okay, we found the door. We have the key. We get in here and we find the boss key. Finally. Ah. Finally, we got the boss key. Let me grab that fairy. Got it. ¿Está bien? Al menos pudiste pasar eso. Sí. Ah! Come on, fairy. Come here, come here. Thank you. Okay, now we head for the boss room. Suena también que necesitas programar más seguido, no nada más para la escuela. Si no recuerdas la estructura del código, te sugiero que hagas programas. Okay, now we go up. And we are out. Ah. And we go across. I didn't think I would need to do so much just to reach the dungeon key. But I did the things in the wrong order, apparently. Okay. Now we go up. Ah. Solo pude contestar los 4 cosas que debía ser uno de esos términos medias, ya que no me acuerdo cómo se llama uno de los códigos cuál debía de imprimir números. Ah. Ya veo. Okay, I believe this is the spot. Yeah. Come on, just let me... There we go. Ah. Okay. Okay, and now we're ready for the boss. But I think I will leave the boss for next stream, given the fact that it's already pretty late. Ah. Let me just save, just to make sure I saved. Okay, it's pretty late for me already, so I'm going to stop here for today. Next time we do the boss. Yeah. Okay.
Question mark.
Spicy le sabe algo en varias ocasiones usa el autocompleto de
Column.
JetBeans. JetBeans. Yeah. That dungeon was quite fitting. At the end there, I actually didn't remember which way to go, so I took the wrong path. But somehow it's still somewhat doable, except for that one key and the weird issues I found with the map. Yeah. Also, the enemies are a bit confusing because they are made as if you could use items normally against them instead of just the hook shot, which is very weird in my opinion. Sí, ya es algo tarde, pero también quería cuando menos llegar hasta ese punto en el calabozo, la verdad. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here for today. So thank you so much for coming, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Or if you are willing to come to community night tomorrow on my Discord server, you are welcome to. Ok, creo que voy a parar aquí because mi voz ya está bastante cansada. Y los veo mañana para una noche de comunidad en mi servidor de Discord. Si no, los veo el domingo para más diseño de videojuegos. Yeah. Oh, I got already to 20. I didn't notice. 20 subs. Gracias, no me había dado cuenta que tenía ya 220 seguidores, suscriptores. Yeah. Qué bueno. Voy progresando. Yeah. De cualquier forma, muchas gracias por venir al directo. Y los veo el domingo o mañana, dependiendo. Ok. Muchas gracias por venir y los veo después. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, good night. Buenas noches, que descansen. Nos vemos. Gracias por venir. Thank you for coming. Good night, good night. Bye bye, bye bye. Buenas noches. Hasta mañana. Nos vemos. Good night. Adiós. Bye bye. Y bye.
Could be, cause with this game in particular, they had to make a bunch of last-minute changes to this game. So you could be onto something. Lol. He's a flipping master. I have not lol. I wonder if you could beat him like this in the corner though. Whoa, you got a hit. The eye has some interesting responses and someone did a video about that in very great detail. Lol, yeah, he's fast. Yeah, and sometimes he's just doing it to show off. Man. 100% his favorite move of all time. Well, it's your first time back in a long time, so this is going to happen typically. He's pretty easy though once you know the method. Nice, nice. Holy crap, the camera angles lol. Well done, what a natural lol. I can learn a lot from you lol. Let's hope so. You would think the upgrade would already built in. It is, lol. From this point on the dungeon should be a piece of cake. Yes, Navi, cause we had all intentions to go into the swirling bit of water. Lol, curious you say, I like that. Wow, just made it too. Phew, yeah, that does look a little rough to get through. That's really picky, but I'm not surprised by this game. I do have to give you some major credit, cause you understand how to use the map and it seems it's really gotten you through this temple pretty smoothly. Yeah, the colors to blend in quite well. Yeah. Oh. That's wild you were able to figure that out. I don't even think most veterans of the game even knows that lol, Holim. Afk for a bit. Bien y usted, d. YK Haze? Me recuerda un poco a los templos del océano de Minecraft, duck emoji. En particular me siento un poco más raro de lo normal. Digo porque se invirtieron los roles en mi casa. _.xd. Bueno pues mi padre está lendo a la escuela y pues ahora digo que se invirtieron los roles porque ahora soy yo el que le pregunto, y como le fue que vieron van a ver matemáticos? Bueno, cambiando de tema, pues literalmente do mi grupo de la uni termino reprobando matemáticos, skull emoji. Como yo estoy de baja así que pues en eso no me afecta xd. Pero pues es la segunda vez que pasa, frowning face emoji. Y si los exámenes son de tu preguntas, pueden sacar libretas. Apuntes. Y no recuerdo que más. Tontito más le faltaba decir, juntense con un compañero, con acceso a internet, chacto y con permiso de llevar una ouija para invocar a su matemático favorito, duck emoji, pointing finger emoji. Algo así, pues la primera vez pues terminaron usando chacto medio grupo y entre ellos se pasaban las respuestas. YCXD. Claro, eso era el resto del grupo, pero como yo y mis amigas somos los únicos que no nos juntamos con los demás por un problema que anteriormente había hablado creo. Así que pues esa vez mis amigas me usaron como conejillo de indias para que yo ponga las respuestas que ellas me dieron después de que ellas hicieron cálculos y toda la cosa. Spoiler, todas las respuestas estaban mal. Aunque eso no creo que sea la palabra más apropiada porque en sí yo estuve de acuerdo en ese plan xd. Getting through alright? Why when digo pues desde que entré a la uni sabía que estaba reprobado en matemáticos, así que por eso estuve de acuerdo en ese plan, porque de todas formas literalmente no tenía nada que perder. Y como última cosa pues me tocó hacer examen de programación y pues ahora supongo que me fue mejor a comparación de la primera vez pues no recuerdo si antes ni lo había podido responder. Algo así. Aunque si digamos que hice un poco de trampa. Y que en algunas ocasiones no me acordaba cómo se estructuraba algunas cosas, como el switch, case 1, subtexto variable 1 variable 2, o cosas así. Así que pues con mi USB sin que se diera el maestro donde tenía algunos códigos que había hecho con anterioridad y pues solo vi cómo funcionaban estos para no quedarme atorado. Obviamente no hice copy-paste porque tampoco voy a provocar una ventaja así pues después no voy a aprender escogedict. Y al final solo pude contestar two de los four códigos que debía hacer, uno de estos lo termina a medios ya que no me acordaba cómo se hacía uno de los códigos los cuales debía de imprimir números. Eso último que puse no estoy muy seguro xd. Spicy la sabe pero en varias ocasiones usa el autocomputador de JetBrains. RCY sorry por no acordarle de la hora xd. _.xd. RCY felicidades por los 220 subs, duck emoji. Hasta mañana, ddddd. Bye ddddd. Croissant. Rice cracker emoji. Banana emoji. Pancakes emoji. Rice ball emoji. Strawberry emoji. Donut emoji. Avodaco emoji. Shortcake emoji. Melon emoji.